The German national team at the 1994 World Cup. Under the scorching American summer sun, the tanks marched on as reigning champions, carrying the pride of a newly reunified nation. But behind that steel exterior lay lives and destinies that had taken unexpected paths. 30 years is a long enough time for a child to grow up, and long enough to transform those former football heroes into ordinary people, full of ups and downs. Join us on a journey to rediscover the 15 most iconic figures from that team. At 33, Lothar Matthäus was no longer the box-to-box midfielder he had been 4 years earlier. He had retreated to the role of libero, the heart and soul of the entire defensive system. With his masterful tactical vision and the cunning of a veteran, he set the tempo and acted as a solid shield in front of Bodo Illgner's goal. Matthäus's performance in the U.S. was still full of character. Even though the German national team was eliminated in the quarterfinals, he proved why he was the only player who had ever made Diego Maradona wary. After the summer of 1994, Matthäus continued his great journey at Bayern Munich, winning more Bundesliga titles before moving to the U.S. to play for MetroStars as a way to enjoy football in his final years. His life was an epic of high-profile transfers and brilliant successes, including a record 5 World Cup appearances. However, in stark contrast to his iron discipline on the field, Matthäus's private life was a prime target for tabloid journalism, marked by 5 failed marriages. He seemed always searching for a peaceful haven, but was constantly caught up in complex romantic entanglements. After retiring, he tried his hand at coaching in various places, from Hungary to Bulgaria, but without much success. However, with his profound knowledge, he became the most powerful commentator in German football, a man whose words could shake an entire system. It's thought-provoking that his image as a commander on the pitch seems to be in complete contrast to the turmoil in his personal life. Today, at 64, Matthäus is enjoying life as a leading expert, a man who has experienced both glory and bitterness, and continues to inspire with his undying love of football. That year, Jurgen Klinsmann was the #1 striker in the penalty area, bringing immense hope to the Germans with his fiery attacking style. At the age of 29, with his flowing blonde hair and characteristic flying celebrations, he scored 5 goals in just 5 matches, demonstrating a fearsome goal-scoring instinct and an unyielding fighting spirit. After the tournament in the USA, Klinsmann became a global icon when he moved to Tottenham, where he conquered the hearts of English fans with his flair and exceptional talent. He continuously moved through prestigious clubs such as Bayern Munich and Sampdoria, reaping countless individual and team titles, culminating in the Euro 1996 championship. In real life, Klinsmann is a free-spirited man with a progressive philosophy. He moved to California early on to seek privacy for his family, away from the harsh scrutiny of the media in his homeland. He is also known for his philanthropic activities through the Agapedia Foundation, which helps underprivileged children. His coaching career is also marked by a complete transformation of German football in 2006, followed by a controversial but exciting journey with the US and South Korean national teams. The connection between a romantic on the field and a man eager to learn off the field is very clear. Today, at 60, Klinsmann remains a name that attracts media attention whenever he appears. Although no longer at the peak of his coaching career, his passion and optimistic outlook continue to be an important part of world football. And every step he takes is followed by fans with the respect they have for a legend. Matthias Sammer breathed new life into the midfield with his intelligent and confident play. At the age of 26, he displayed remarkable maturity, brilliantly linking the defense and attack. After his summer in the United States, Sammer moved to the libero position at Borussia Dortmund and created one of the most glorious eras in the club's history, winning the 1997 Champions League and the 1996 European Golden Ball. He was expected to be a worthy successor to Franz Beckenbauer. However, tragedy struck when serious knee injuries and post-surgical infections forced him to retire abruptly at the age of 31 at the peak of his form. Sammer's personal life perfectly reflects his on-field personality, disciplined, taciturn, and incredibly insightful. After retiring, he quickly established himself as a coach, leading Dortmund to Bundesliga titles and then becoming the powerful technical director of Bayern Munich. He was a man who pursued perfection to an almost unforgiving degree, sometimes making him seem distant. But this was actually a manifestation of a soul dedicated to football. Despite numerous health issues in recent years, Sammer continued to serve as a senior advisor, keeping the flame alive at Dortmund. Today, at 57, Sammer lives a peaceful life with his family. His journey is a testament to his steely spirit and relentless effort. Though his legs no longer run the pitch, his intellect continues to guide the younger generation. At 33, Andreas Brehme remained a reliable choice on the wing, thanks to his ambidextrous ability. In that team, he was a symbol of consistency, a silent hero who always knew how to appear at the right moment. With his pinpoint crosses and unwavering mentality, he left his final mark on the national team with remarkable composure. After the tournament, he returned to Germany and achieved an unimaginable feat with Kaiserslautern, winning the Bundesliga title immediately after promotion. Brehme was always known as a great teammate, a warm-hearted individual always willing to help others. However, Brehme's real life after retirement was a series of sad lows. He faced serious financial difficulties due to business losses and personal setbacks, at times seemingly on the verge of collapse. But with the support of his former teammates and the spirit of a warrior, he managed to rise again, participating in community football activities and becoming an ambassador. The connection between a man who took fateful penalty kicks and a man who strived to overcome life's storms is a touching parallel. Yet, that tumultuous journey came to an abrupt end. On February 20th, 2024, Andreas Brehme passed away at the age of 63 due to a sudden heart attack. His passing left a huge void in the hearts of his fans. The legacy he left behind is not just the goal that led Germany to the 1990 World Cup victory or the beautiful plays in 1994, but also a thought-provoking life story about the glory and the hidden aspects of a footballer's life. Bodo Illgner was Germany's first-choice goalkeeper at the 1994 World Cup at the age of 27. With his calm demeanor and exceptional reflexes, he was the heart of the defense that year. However, after the bitter defeat against Bulgaria in the quarter-finals, Illgner made a shocking decision, announcing his retirement from the national team at the prime of a goalkeeper's career. He then moved to Real Madrid and became the first German goalkeeper to win the Champions League with the Los Blancos. His career was a journey of conquering the highest peaks, but also always intertwined with a desire for absolute control over his life. In real life, Illgner is an extremely private person who values family. He and his wife, who is also his agent, have created a perfect barrier between themselves and the media. After retiring early due to injury, he chose a secluded life in Miami, USA. He enjoys sunny days by the sea, occasionally participates in commentary for Spanish television stations, and writes books. The image of a solitary goalkeeper seems to perfectly match his life choices. Someone who doesn't need the cheers of the crowd to feel happy. Today at 58, Illgner lives a peaceful life with his family, his journey a testament to knowing when to stop and enjoy the true values of life. Jurgen Kohler was a true rock at the age of 28. With his aggressive, fearless playing style and ability to relentlessly track forwards, he earned the nickname, the Destroyer. He left a lasting mark with his fiery fighting spirit, striking fear into the hearts of even the world's top strikers. After the World Cup, Kohler became a legend at Borussia Dortmund, winning the Champions League and becoming one of the greatest defenders in Bundesliga history. His playing career was one of unwavering dedication until he was 36 years old. In contrast to his tough exterior and aggressive playing style on the field, off the field, Kohler is an incredibly gentle, humble, and kind-hearted man. He dedicates much of his time to social activities, especially supporting those in need and participating in community football development projects. After retiring, he embarked on a career in coaching and management, but always maintained a calm and humble attitude. The connection between a warrior on the pitch and a silent hero in real life is a testament to his noble character. Today, at 59, Kohler continues to play the role of an experienced mentor, advising and inspiring younger generations of defenders. The flame of passion within him still burns brightly, and whenever he appears, he always receives the utmost respect from fans. Thomas Häßler was the heart and soul of the German midfield that year, with his magical feet and keen vision. At 28, despite his smaller stature compared to his peers, his dazzling dribbling and spectacular free kicks earned him worldwide admiration. After the tournament in the US in Nationalse, Häßler moved to Juventus and then Roma before returning to Germany to play for Karlsruhe and Dortmund. His career was a tireless journey of a football artist, always striving to bring beauty to the game with boundless creativity. However, Häßler's life after retirement was fraught with financial and personal challenges. He went through difficult periods when his business ventures failed, and he had to participate in reality shows to make ends meet. But with the resilience of someone who had overcome giants on the pitch, he rose again and found joy in coaching in lower leagues and participating in legendary matches. Off the pitch, Häßler is a sentimental person who cherishes old memories. Today, at 58, although no longer living in the spotlight, he remains happy coaching youth teams and living a simple life in Berlin. His journey continues to inspire others with its perseverance in overcoming adversity and unwavering dedication to the love of football. At 26, Andreas Möller was one of the most talented midfielders German football had ever produced. With his blistering speed, exquisite individual technique, and fearsome goal-scoring ability, he was a true killer in midfield. After his success in the United States, Möller's career flourished at Borussia Dortmund, where he was a key player in their 1997 Champions League victory. However, he also frequently faced criticism for his somewhat individualistic playing style and scandals involving feigning injuries, a trait that earned him the nickname Schwalbe, Swallow. Off the field, Möller was a sensitive and sometimes withdrawn person, struggling to cope with the immense pressure from public opinion. He had to work hard to balance the glamour of the pitch with his private life. After retiring, he became involved in management and youth training, striving to impart not only skills but also lessons in character to the next generation. He also actively participated in charitable activities and lived a peaceful life with his family in Frankfurt. It's thought-provoking to see the contrast between a highly individualistic, sometimes controversial player on the field and a calm, composed man in real life. Today, at 57, Möller remains involved in football as an advisor, living a stable life and still remembered as one of the most creative minds of that golden generation. At the age of 25, Stefan Effenberg was at the center of one of the biggest scandals in German football history when he acted disrespectfully towards fans during a match against South Korea in 1994, leading to his immediate expulsion from the national team. With his fiery playing style, tireless fighting spirit, and extremely strong personality, he was a true lion in midfield. After that seemingly career-ending setback, Effenberg showed extraordinary resilience, returning to the top, leading Bayern Munich to win the 2001 Champions League and earning the UEFA Player of the Year award. Effenberg's personal life has also been fraught with romantic controversies, particularly his marriage to Claudia Strunz, the ex-wife of teammate Thomas Strunz. He has always lived life the way he wanted, regardless of public judgment. After retiring, he became a sharp football commentator, known for his frank and uninhibited opinions. He also participated in coaching and sports business ventures. The connection between a rebel on the field and a man who dared to live authentically off the field is remarkably consistent. Today at 56, Effenberg remains a powerful figure in German football media, living a comfortable life and continuing to be proof that a past mistake cannot define an entire life if one has the will to rise above it. At the 1994 World Cup, Rudi Völler was a seasoned striker at the age of 34, always inspiring confidence with his experience and keen goal-scoring instincts. With his distinctive curly hair and warrior-like fighting spirit, he left his mark with absolute dedication every time he stepped onto the field. After the tournament, Völler retired while playing for Bayer Leverkusen and quickly transitioned to coaching, leading the German national team to the 2002 World Cup final. His career is synonymous with unwavering loyalty and a profound sense of responsibility towards German football. In real life, Völler is an incredibly sincere and witty person, affectionately known throughout Germany as Tante Käthe. He enjoys a happy family life and maintains a clean public image. For decades, he served as the chief architect of Bayer Leverkusen's development as its sporting director. The connection between a passionate striker on the field and a dedicated manager off the field is a perfect synergy. Today at 64, Völler continues to play the role of an experienced mentor, even returning to manage the German national team during a crisis. His passion has never faded, and he remains a symbol of the enduring spirit of that golden generation. At the 1994 World Cup, Thomas Berthold was one of Germany's most reliable defenders at the age of 29. With his excellent situational awareness and composure in tackles, he delivered a masterful performance under the American sun. After the tournament, Berthold continued his career at VfB Stuttgart before moving to Turkey. His career is a model of consistency and professionalism, always excelling as a silent hero in the team. Off the field, Berthold is an independent thinker who isn't afraid to express his strong opinions. After retiring from football, he didn't pursue a coaching career, but instead ventured into media and business. He became a renowned football analyst, sometimes controversial with his dissenting opinions on the German football system. He also actively participates in social activities and enjoys a peaceful family life. Interestingly, the image of a steely defender on the field seems to mirror the way he defends his views off the field. Today, at 60, Berthold lives an active life, involved in international sports projects, and still frequently appears in the media as a sharp, insightful voice of criticism, inspiring freedom of thought. At the age of 24, Oliver Kahn was only the third-choice goalkeeper for the German national team and had no chance to play a single minute. However, that summer was a time for him to observe, learn, and cultivate the ambition that would later lead him to become one of the greatest goalkeepers in the history of world football. After the tournament, he moved to Bayern Munich and began an era of dominance with his strong personality, incredible saves, and the nicknames the God or the Giant. He is the only goalkeeper in history to win the World Cup Golden Ball 2002 and became a symbol of steely determination. Off the field, Kahn is an extremely disciplined, inquisitive, and visionary individual. After retiring from football, he didn't rush back into the sport, but instead pursued a Master of Business Administration, MBA, to prepare for leadership roles. He served as CEO of Bayern Munich, striving to adapt the club to the modern era of football. His personal life has also been turbulent, but he has always found a way to rise stronger. The connection between a fierce goalkeeper on the field and a calculating manager off the field is proof of his absolute focus on his goals. Today at 55, despite having left his leadership position, Kahn remains a highly influential figure, continuing to pursue business ventures and living a life of great resilience, still an inspiration to anyone aspiring to rise from the reserve to become a legend. At the 1994 World Cup, Karl-Heinz Riedle, at the age of 28, was a formidable striker with excellent aerial ability, earning him the nickname Air Riedle. He was a player who always gave his all with the highest team spirit. After the tournament in the USA, his career flourished at Borussia Dortmund, where he scored 2 goals in the 1997 Champions League final to lead the team to victory. Riedle was always known as a professional, humble individual who maintained consistent form throughout his years playing in Italy, Germany, and England. In real life, Riedle is a nature lover and possesses a keen business acumen. After retiring from playing, he chose a more peaceful life instead of pursuing a career in coaching. He owns a football academy and a luxury hotel in Oberstaufen in the Alps, where he spends time with his family and welcomes old friends. He also serves as a brand ambassador for Dortmund, traveling the world to connect with fans. The connection between a deadly striker and a man who loves the tranquility of the mountains is a beautiful transformation. Today at 59, Riedle lives a fulfilling, simple yet luxurious life. His journey is proof of knowing how to balance past glory with present happiness. At 29, Thomas Helmer was a versatile defender with an elegant and intelligent playing style. With his excellent situational awareness and effective attacking runs, he was a crucial piece in making the German defense more flexible. After the World Cup, Helmer became captain of Bayern Munich, winning numerous titles and becoming an icon of professionalism and exemplary conduct. His career ended in England with Sunderland, leaving behind the image of a true gentleman on the pitch. Helmer's post-playing career was equally brilliant, as he became one of Germany's most beloved television personalities. With his witty hosting style, deep expertise, and captivating voice, he hosted the legendary Doppelpass for many years. Off the field, he enjoys a happy marriage with actress Yasmina Filali and actively participates in charitable activities, particularly those supporting children. The connection between a football player who used his intellect and a sharp-witted presenter is a perfect synergy. Today at 59, Helmer continues to be a seasoned figure in the media industry, living a successful life and inspiring younger generations with his eloquence and perceptiveness.